As a general evaluator, I'm going to evaluate your meeting generally. That means everything behind the meetings and during the meetings. And so first of all, I would like to evaluate what is behind the meeting. That means the planning of your meeting. And I received an early invitation by King Lee about 1 month ago. And thanks so much, this is my honor. And when I heard UST MBA, wow. Because I didn't have the qualifications for this, but I have to give a talk. But in Toastmaster, you can find whatever happened. So I try my best to share with you. I'm not going to give you some tips because I'm not an expert. If I were, I would be another Wang Jiwa. So I just give some sharing with you. And thanks to King Lee, please give him a big round of applause. And also, I can see King set the meeting for you, and he's a very great president. And for your meeting, I think one suggestion for you is the division of workload, because I see King, he also take up the role of VPM, the Vice President Membership, to deliver the new member induction. Perhaps I understand that the VPM is too busy with his or her own stuff, and so is the VPM here or no? Yeah. So I understand it. Perhaps
you are the VPM.
Yeah.
You are the VPM.
So, just one more point. As I learned from Jeffrey, doing small things for others. So, I think all of the members can do a little bit for the president or for the whole club. You are doing something good for others, and this is the real meaning of life, right? So, all in all, this is a very good meeting in terms of planning. So, the next part is about the agenda. What is going on during the meeting, and I will evaluate according to the agenda. First, King, to kick off the meeting, he has a very powerful voice, and he can raise up the energy. And only one thing for you, for your consideration, I noticed that you stand here so close with the audience, and you turn too frequently at 45 degrees. This is a very important condition. But I think it's a little bit too much. Perhaps you can make a step backward, and you can see all the audience more easily. Only one point. So, who is the next? The TME, Cindy. I think as a TME, she has to do a lot, from preparing to ensure the meeting is running smoothly, and also as an MC, she has to control the meeting on time and also everything under control. And she has done a good job, and she has a very good English. And I think most of you, in fact, it's all of you, speak very, very well English. I can't imagine you, most of you have a Chinese face, but your English is amazing. And Cindy, she explained the agenda clearly, what is going on about this. And it's very good for the guests, especially someone who didn't know about Toastmaster, you explain it. And only one point for you, I think you control the time very well, because you don't introduce the speakers, and you just invite the speakers. And I noticed that you have a very long introduction for me, but I noticed that when you invite other speakers, you just call their name. I think you can use a very brief 1 to 2 sentences to introduce them. For example, if you know well about your members, like Kevin, you can say some adjective to, for example, muscular, handsome, and also some very good speaker, Jeffrey, and I think you know their background and you can say something to introduce them. So that's because as an MC, the most important thing is the audience, but not the MC. If you can make the audience think they are very important, you notice them much, and you know their background, they will feel very happy. So just more description for the speakers. The next one is about the introduction of our counter timer and grammarian. Generally, they explain their roles clearly. So I'll go to the next part. The prepared speakers have been evaluated by the individual evaluators, so I'm not going to evaluate them. Next one, the table topic master, Alice. Very great job to explain what is the table topic session. And she also has some sense of humor, I think. You ask, what is my last question? I think you are giving some gap for us. And one point for you is the linkage between speakers. And I noticed that you have some linkage between specific speakers, but you didn't do it at each separation. That means if you could give more linkage between each of the speakers, that will be perfect. Next one, King again, new member introductions. Very wrong induction, and also you give the pins, which is an extreme addition. That means you cannot buy it. And I think the old logo that's the difference between the new and old logo. I think this logo is more fantastic than the new one, and you cannot buy it. So this is a good gift to the new members.